Oh, Trevor. We're going?
Yeah, go.
Okay. Welcome to our garden class. Everybody here and then everybody Facebook Live. We have two wonderful speakers today. We have Rose Steele and Angie Winchester. They're going to be talking about trap crop and companion planting. So I will hand it over to you, girls. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me and Bros.
Yes. Ma hekate, everyone. Well, Small would say good morning. Good to see everybody. Thank you for being here. Such a beautiful Friday. Just grateful for this space for all of us to come together and share. Me and Angie are sharing before the share, so so we'll discuss that also. But just want to thank everyone for coming out and those that are streaming. Just grateful to be here. Just want to give thanks to this land, give thanks to the people from this land for always taking care of the land, and just thinking of our elders and the people that came before us, giving thanks and planning for our future, sharing the love of gathering in food and gardening with all those that come behind us. So just want to say thank you, and I'm grateful to be here.
I'm so happy you're here. I'm not going to be able to say it any better than that. I'm grateful to be here today. This garden is gorgeous. Today we're going to address the idea of companion planting, which we've been hearing a lot of people are used to seeing monocropping, which is rows and rows and rows, like you see in the valley, all the rows of plants that are one crop. And most of the time, those plants need so much fertilizer, they need so much ground tilling, they need so much chemical work, and then they use machines too to harvest it because it's easy, it's in the rows, So the idea of plant relationships, the idea that plants grow well together, the idea that plants take care of each other is not a new idea. Plants have known each other since before us, And so when you grow plants in companionship, they'll help each other. And they help each other not have disease, or they will help each other with pests and things like that. So there's a lot of really cool information out there about companion planting. One of them that I really like is there's this chart. There's this little chart here. I've seen, in my garden class at Cobb, we had a huge wall chart that was you could follow, go to tomato and then go down, and it tells you all the plants you could plant by it for different. It's a huge, complex chart, but I used it all the time, and I taught our kids as young as, first graders to go down and find, as soon as they could read, we could figure out what plants and plan our garden in that way. When you look out into nature, you don't see rows. You see, milky oats growing next to the yerba santa, next to the, mullein, and they all grow well together. Poison oak too. Poison oak is tells people this plant needs protection right now, so stay out of here.
My sister of mine calls it guardian oak.
Guardian oak. I love that. I love that.
It's a native plant, and so not to give it that. It's
it's mean.
Yeah,
it's just mean to us.
Yeah, it's it's gonna bite you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that guardian oak. That's a good one. Yeah, because it is true. It's watching over something. And then the other thing you'll see is where we're gonna call it that now because I like that better. The guardian oak, right next to it usually will be the remedy for if you get the itch. So you'll see the manzanita possibly growing next to it. You'll see the soaproot growing next to it. So the idea that I would like to bring today is that our gardens should always mimic nature and be grown together to create a space where the plants can thrive, without the pesticides, without tons of fertilizer. If you grow beans, like the Three Sisters, you grow the beans are putting the nitrogen down in the soil for the corn. You have to do literally nothing. I mean, throwing a little fish under there is not a bad idea. But at the same time, you're watching these plants live in reciprocity with each other and like take care of each other. So I
like the list. I remember seeing a similar huge list. So I like the smaller list, and I like that it's companions. I also like when I did my own little chart. I put these are friends of tomatoes.
Friends, yeah, they're buddies.
Because the relationship is supporting each other, is nurturing each other. And so you want to plant friends next to each other, not plant enemies.
Yes, exactly.
that are going to take away and not nurture it. And I think that's versus the native plants that they grow together, and there are other plants that require a little more. And
definitely.
They're in different settings, and so I love the.
It's good. And you'll see, like, if you look to this chart and you look down this side, this is your basic, I think a lot of these are the basic things you'll see in a garden, people growing stuff. My garden, though, you might see my broccoli might have, like I was telling you, the monkey flower growing right next to it because it's sticky and catches the aphids. I don't even have to do anything to my broccoli. I got a trap plant. And then, not to mention, I also have a plant that provides medicine. So, it helps with the guardian oak. When I get the I got it bad last year. Oh, last year it nailed me. But it'll tell you avoid planting together because, like Rose was saying, like, it'll leach nutrients. Certain plants grown next to each other will leach nutrients. But I really love seeing gardens that are like even right here, Trevor, you have beans, and then is it a watermelon or a cantaloupe? Watermelon? Yeah, so I'm sure that watermelon's loving all that nitrogen. Yeah. So mixing your garden up, like having flowers it's not just for nutrients, it's also for pollinators. How many of you have issues with rodents or voles, moles, raccoons, trolls? Ooh, raccoons. Oh,
trolls?
Yeah, trolls. Yeah, I had one time. Yeah. I grew some mugwort on that guy. Yeah. No, but otters, interesting. I haven't thought about the otter thing yet.
The culvert that goes through our property, and they like to live in there.
And do they get in your garden?
No.
Oh, okay. So you're okay with them.
The culvert comes out at the creek, and they play on the dock.
Oh, okay.
And I always want to go down there because they look so cuddly. But I know when I go down there, they go.
Yeah. I bet you their manure is probably really good. Like, I know that sounds weird, but the nitrogen, all the fish. I'm like, I use otter manure in my garden. That's bougie right there. The rodents. And right now I'm helping a school garden that has a serious issue with ground squirrels. I mean, they really don't even care when they see me. They stand upright like... So I did some research about what deters them, and it was interesting. It's mint planted with daffodils around your garden. Mm-hmm. So the bulb of a daffodil is poisonous to them. Oh. Yeah, so it was interesting. That's just one it's working. Mm-hmm. And then also those kites that fly around look like a hawk. That works. Pretending you're scarecrows. Scarecrows are funny. They're cool. We had a really scary one in our garden one time.
You had like a kite that looked like it.
They sell them online.
Put up on a pole that would mimic that.
It does. It's working out at the garden that I'm working at. Yeah, we actually have radishes they did not eat because the kites.
And what do they mimic again?
A hawk. They're like hawk kites on a pole. They're neat, and they blow. It looks cool. It looks like a hawk's in your garden the whole time. Yeah, I like it. But there you go. You're using two plants, a mint family and the daffodil. They just stop those underground guys. So let your garden floor be all mint. Who cares? It smells nice when you walk around on it. Let it go if you have raised beds.
Well, it invades the raised beds. If you leave it in the path, it's in the bed.
lots of tea. See, I work my garden a lot. I pull a lot of things, but we have invaders. They've come in. But that's just one thing. I do know too, like we were talking about, aphids. Let's look at something real quick.
I have a question. Is there a mint that is the best mint for repelling the
The best mint?
Like
Gosh.
is peppermint or regular mint or spearmint? What would be the best?
I have a couple different types of mint in my yard. But there is one what's the native? There's a native one. There's a mint. I forget the name of it. There's a native mint. It's not pennyroyal, but it smells like it. I forget the name of it right now. But there is one. But, I mean, a really good straight peppermint would probably be a good friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's the mint family.
Yeah, you
Fine,
can
right?
really, yeah.
Then we should be covered out at the community garden because it's covered with mint.
Yeah, and you still have rodent problems?
Actually, I better tell them that they want me to eradicate it, and it's like, well, maybe we better not eradicate it because that's probably deterring the
Yeah, you might
Yeah.
invite others.
Yeah.
with the,
Well, and the mint does really ward off bugs.
Just add daffodils around the.
Yeah. If you have ground things. Ground.
The one in Clear Lake?
Yeah, I've raised it.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like the raised beds. I've done a lot of different ones. We've done hugelkultur. I do a lot of permaculture in my garden, but I think raised beds are nice because you can control what's in them. You can control the compost. You can control I need a carrot bed, so I'll put in, lots of sand for the carrots so they can grow nice. So it's just, everything needs different stuff. But I was thinking about the brassicas because we're talking about broccoli, cauliflower, kale, cabbage. They get the aphids really bad, right? And over here it says not to plant them next to tomatoes, peppers, beans, and strawberries. But I've found, it says not to plant them near tomatoes, but I found that the tomato leaf does deter the thrips, aphids, what's that other guy? Spider mites. It does help. So I'm like, yeah. So today we're going to be making a spray out of tomato leaves for your plants to make sure that they don't get buggies. And we're using tomato leaves. Uh-oh, I grabbed one that was going to be a tomato. But yeah, I mean, it has a weird smell, so maybe that's, yeah. As much as you want to repel things too, you also want to bring things. So what would you want to bring into your garden as like animals?
Ladybugs.
Yep. Love that. Ladybugs.
Earthworms.
Earthworms. Yeah. Pollinators. Bees. Yep. Birds actually, sometimes they're a pain. But, I like when birds are in my garden because they do eat bugs.
You want the circle of life.
You want that. That's what your garden needs to be. It needs to be a long-term, sustainable space that you can eat from. So when I go forage, when I go walk into the woods and I go find, even when I'm mushroom hunting and stuff, I like to see what grows next to each other. Because then I go home and I'll mimic a little bit, or try. So
I just see the birds grabbing seeds off all my plants.
they do. They
The
do.
lizards go after the insects, right?
Yeah, lizards are nice too. So adding some really nice sun rocks into your garden. Yeah, little things. But mugwort. Is anyone familiar with the mugwort? Grows in the creeks. It smells like my childhood.
Are there lots of different varieties of mugwort?
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Because somebody gave me mugwort. I got one from here. I got one from somebody else, and I got some that I got on the creek, and they're all
See?
different.
Yeah.
It is,
yeah,
huh?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Mugwort,
Yeah.
I should have brought some.
Yeah.
Yeah, mugwort. mugwort is really good for, parasites, but it's a ceremonial plant. I like to also grow plants in my garden that bring, spirit and use for me if I'm using it for traditional uses.
Which plants bring spirit?
Mugwort has a really good energy to it. I like mugwort in my garden, even if it's in the corner. It just smells good. It's probably a personal thing, but I do like using it. It's a dream herb too, so sometimes I'll put some under my pillow if I haven't, when you haven't had a dream in a long time, you're kind of mad about it. Like, I need to dream. I'll stick my mugwort under my pillow, and hopefully it's a good one and not too weird. Yeah. It's also a bitter. So, mugwort's nice to put into, if you were to drink a tea of it, it does help purge your liver and it's a digestive. It's really bitter. It does not taste pleasant. But it does move your liver and your digestive system a little bit.
It does?
Yes.
So you can make it as a tea?
Yes.
Probably in little amounts, huh?
Yeah. I only put a couple sprigs in there. But I have made strong bitters with it for just putting a drop on my tongue if I ate Thanksgiving dinner and I was like, oh my gosh, I'll do a mugwort. What's that? The tea? Yeah. The tincture is different. We could do a whole class on that. But, yeah, I love tincture except the alcohol thing. It's hard. I need to learn how to make it without alcohol. I don't know how, honestly. Yeah, there's other ways to make it.
Or honey.
Yeah, we've done that, the oxymels.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to.
Yeah. So, Yerba Santa. Does everyone know the Yerba Santa? So, it's good. It can survive any drought, really. So when you plant it around your garden, it almost keeps it, I notice if I plant it with my plants that I stress on keeping wet, it almost stays wet because it's not taking anything from the plants, and those leaves have a lot of juice in them. I don't know, I've noticed it helps with keeping my ground mullein too. It covers the dirt like hay, like you would hay. So it's okay to have mullein in your garden.
That's good.
Yeah. I mean, and if you look at all the native plants that I have written here, these are all medicinal too. And they help your garden in so many ways, The Yerba Santa brings tons of pollinators, and so does the St. John's wort. St. John's wort's fun. Do you love that plant?
I don't think I've used St. John's wort.
It's really a good plant. St. John's wort is used for, it can, if you are taking antidepressants, it can counteract. But it is a mood enhancer. So if I'm having a frumpy day, I'll put St. John's wort right on my chest right here, and I notice it. I'm happy-go-lucky in a couple hours. It helps with your nerves too. So if anybody has what's that, neuropathy, St. John's wort oil is really nice for that. I rub it on my legs. Tall people problems. Yeah. It attracts tons of bees. So these are just some yarrow too. I don't know why I don't have yarrow on here. Yarrow is an excellent plant to put in your garden, helping with bringing the pollinators.
It doesn't need much water, does it?
No, that's the thing, is these plants are used to growing here in our region. So you're barely doing anything. They just bring all the love without much. So, yeah, it's established.
And that goes to the relationship of companion planting, right?
Yeah.
They have all the support they need.
They do. They take care of each other. So, yeah. How many of you have gardens this year? Yeah. Did anybody do any, I always plant this next to each other for benefit?
I planted beans in my boxes, but most of it is just by itself.
Nice.
But I need to do more of this.
Yeah.
Kind of herb with a flower, with a vegetable.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's not only very pretty to look at. They all work in unison.
Yes, and I think this opens up. When I learned about companion planting and really studied it, it made me, oh my gosh, it was a duh moment. Like, whoa, wait a minute, why am I doing it like this, And it also opens up your mind to get way more creative in your garden. So, and there's a lot of text out there. There's a lot of beautiful work people have done, science too, saying, oh, I grew these plants together for 5 years and these are the outcomes, and so, yeah.
So, out of respect, once I figure out a plant and its use, it's hard to pull it if I see it growing anywhere.
Yeah.
So now in my yard, I have a big row of mullein down one driveway.
Yeah, cool.
And I've got plantain all over the place.
Yeah,
They're such
lucky.
strong
I'm all.
It's like, I don't want to pull them.
You pick them. You could pick them and share the medicine.
That's right.
Yeah.
I can bring some here anytime. Just let me know.
Yeah, we had self-heal prunella take over an entire section of my garden, and at first I was like, oh man, like I let that go, but now I really like to go sit on it, and then I pick a whole bunch of leaves and bring it in for the salad at night, or if somebody, sunburns or skin problems, so yeah, if it takes over, it's probably meant to be in your space.
Well,
Yeah.
like you were saying before, if something grows near you, it might be trying to get to you to help you. It can't walk up and tap you on the shoulder, but it can be right there. You just have to be willing
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that the plants grow around us for the year of the Valley Fire. Before the Valley Fire happened, which is kind of weird, the mullein was crazy. I've never seen such a mullein harvest in my life. And I don't know, not like nature can I don't know if it knew a fire was coming. It was a human-made, thing. But I harvested a lot of it that year. And then I found myself giving it to all the people that I was with that breathed that. Wow. And we all have lung things from staying during that fire, but we use mullein regularly to help us. The next thing that grew the year after, or the next season after the fire came, was the St. John's wort. I've never seen such a bloom. And it was probably to help us because we were all so sad. I believe it. I believe that the plants grow for you. I had teasel pop up in my front yard. Like, really? Teasel? Out of nowhere? Like, okay. And I used that medicine that entire next year. I went through some really tough things, and I used the root for a lot of my nervous system, to help my nervous system. So, so your garden will start, if you companion plant your garden, you just all become one, and things grow good. And
2 years ago, I went out and I was looking for a mullein plant in the wild so I could dig it up and take it back to my garden.
Oh.
I didn't find any. About a month or two later, the mullein just started growing in my garden.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you're like,
the intention.
Wow.
Yeah, now I just have a ton of mullein.
I love it. Yeah, and just keep harvesting it. Remind the plant, like, hey, thanks for being here. I'll take a little bit from you, I love that the companion planting opens up the chance to be creative and let your garden be messy in a way of let it just watch what it does. Just being next to each other, you know what I mean? So, there's this down on this chart right here at the bottom. It says plants that help the whole garden. This is really cool, number one, because it's all flowers. I love that. Marigolds, nasturtium, chamomile, and calendula. They look at all the stuff they do. The marigolds repel nematodes, aphids, whiteflies. Nasturtium, trap crop for aphids. They get rid of those squash bugs. They really do. It works good. Hi. Chamomile. The soil becomes so dark under chamomile. When you grow it and it grows in a big swath of it on the ground, in the fall, the whole ground is darker than the rest of the garden. It's pretty cool. And calendula, I use it like crazy. So I use it for skin stuff like in all my products I make and things. But
That's my companion. So I do have
I
that
love
for
calendula.
I'm trying to get it to where it goes all over.
Oh, it will. You just give it a little while. Well, yeah, I'm going to remember you. I'm going to come. Oh, Sonia, she's got it all over.
On the upper level of my garden.
What else do we want to say?
If you want calendula seeds, you can come over.
Oh, we have so many.
Yeah, I've been taking them and throwing them where I want them.
Okay, you have enough.
Right,
Okay.
that gives me,
I have a few million seeds if you want them. Yeah.
A few million.
I don't know what to do with them yet.
throw them along the highway or
I'm
something.
hoping the
Somebody
birds-
did that down Bottle Rock with sunflower
Oh,
seeds.
really?
The whole road, there's all these sunflowers popping up. I'm like, well, it is, but also like I always worry a little bit when people do that because I'm like, will it mess up the native plant? Like, there are some plants you don't want to throw seeds out. You know, right now we've got a really like I'm noticing the leafy spurge stuff's crap. And it's getting everywhere. I don't even know where it came from, but we've been pulling it out of our garden. The first time I saw it was at Cobb Garden. My friend showed it to me, and then all of a sudden now I'm seeing it everywhere. And it's very invasive, and it does mess up native plants. Like, it will mess up, like, oh, and what's
Is it good for anything?
the broom? That yellow, ugh, no bueno.
I think it smells nice.
Yeah. But nothing can grow under it.
Oh,
Yes.
It's very flammable. It's almost inviting the fires.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lemon pledge for
And it's also I think it's from England. We don't know. Anyway, so I got a couple books. I did not bring them because I forgot the stack on my desk. I'm super sorry, but I'm writing them down. These are my favorite books if you want to write this down. If you really want to get crazy with companion planting, these are your hi.
Hello.
I'll wait for them.
Okay.
Yeah, we could take a break.
Yeah.
What else? I'm trying to think what else.
Have you guys heard about the plant swaps?
Yeah.
You have? That are happening in Lake County?
I threw one over at I did the one over at the, am I saying it right? Hobbiton? Hobbiton?
Habatin.
Oh, Hobbiton. Yeah.
Hobbiton Park.
Hobbiton. Like
Oh, you
Hobbiton.
say it good. Hobbiton. I did one over there.
Spitting.
I could not believe how many people showed up. It was so cool.
Wow.
I think I went to that one.
Yeah, I remember seeing you there.
I
Yeah.
was there.
We even had kids come.
But there's
Wow.
one now in Clear Lake and Clear Lake Oaks.
I love it.
And it's a gal named Jade. She's on Facebook, and she's going to be putting it out. I'm looking to see if I can find the next one, but I don't see it yet.
That's cool. Yeah,
I'm going to try and do one in each one every month.
plant swaps are where it's at. It's
So cool.
another form of trading.
Yeah.
You know, you go, there's no money involved. We're just like, cool shirt. I like that. Look at, there's the mugwort right there. I see it.
We talked about it and it showed up.
We just
My
talked.
book.
I know, is that weird? Yeah. So yeah, plant swaps are fun because you'll have people. We had a lot of good discussion with people, and there was a lot of companion planting talk. Like, oh, what are you planting with your squash this year? You know. But if anybody wants to write these books down, I highly recommend them. I've got Plant Partners by Jessica Walliser. 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 Plant Partners. Super cool book. This is my favorite one though. Carrots Love Tomatoes.
That's a classic, isn't it?
It's very classic, and it's very good. By Louise Riotte, Riotte. And then we have Great Garden Companions by Sally Jean. Really cool book, too. And then one of my favorites all time is Gaia's Garden, because it addresses companion planting and permaculture. So they're not only talking about what you should plant next to each other, they're also talking what's under how you're using your soil.
Can you repeat the last two?
Yes, Great Garden Companions by Sally Jean. And Jean, like your jeans, Jean.
The Carrots Love Tomatoes.
Yes.
Who's the person for that one?
Louise Riotte, Riotte. I'm guessing that's how you say it. Yeah, Riotte.
And Plant Partners, what was the who's author?
Plant Partners, Jessica Walliser, Walliser. Plant Partners, Carrots Love Tomatoes, Great Garden Companions, and Gaia's Garden. Gaias.
No, the author.
Toby Hemingway. Hemenway. Hemingway. Yeah. Yeah. Want to add anything? Got anything good?
I enjoyed what Linda said about we were just talking about mugwort. We were just talking about certain plants and inviting them into and the intention, that plants are here to heal us, and the reciprocity is if we take care of them, they'll take care of us, right? And so I love that that's how spirit is in your garden, by having that awareness and creating that space.
And you can teach the people you live with to leave them alone. Like my husband knows better than to touch a soap root.
Oh, yeah.
We let it go to seed.
Yes. And those, the I think the pieces of that is so important, because as we're sharing what nurtures, that nurtures our relationship to the earth, and as it's feeding us, as we're taking in that life. And so I teach on the gathering acorns and cooking the acorns, but I also go out and gather my own medicine for my purposes. And a part of that is knowing to not overgather, and also letting that plant know what you need, what help you need. And so I like that you shared that, because that's a huge part of it. The medicine we gather, the food we grow, it's all medicine. When we were talking about feeding the worms to the chickens, the hornworms.
The hornworms.
and everything has its purpose. But being aware, my first year, that's what I had. I had everything came and ate my plants, and I said, okay, maybe this is my offering.
The year that I give.
Yeah,
yep.
this is blessing
I've
all
had
of
those.
my beds.
Yeah.
And so, but to understand, that as we share, all those animals and creatures are already out there. And so how do we have a relationship to say, you know what, go over here.
Yeah.
Don't come into here, and I'll set a little bit out for you. And that is a part of the
Yeah.
offering.
I love that.
Yeah, that is
Here's
a part
some
of
for
giving
you.
offering.
Yeah.
When we started gathering acorns at my home, my husband, we gathered and he put them all out for the squirrels and the birds. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he says, well, we have to give our offering.
Yep.
And, because they live out there, right? We live in our houses and we come out and we, are a part of it. But that invitation, I think, of setting, like my tomato plants were just created for the worms.
We're just for the hornworms, yeah.
Just for them. It was their place. And I saw a lady who says, I just grow these for them. And so I'm like, well, I was trying to grow them for me to eat.
I want a tomato.
Yeah, I love tomatoes. I was learning to make salsa, tomato sauce, all these different things. But to be aware, and that's what I love being outside and gathering, is that connection, that sunbathing, that breath, that being closer to nature. And so as we were sharing, I'm still learning companion plants, but I do know when I go out to gather what lives next to each other, to be careful. And not to take more than I need, because it's, with medicine that we, when the doctor gives us medicine, they give us in doses.
Yep.
And that's the same as we're talking about how many leaves and and how long you should steam, you should boil something. And like I said, it's taking it in to see how it works. And so I really love that intention and love that it's living, it's something living. I was coming up here and my husband said, oh, say hello to all the veggie people. He said.
Oh, I love
And I said,
it.
"You
The
garden,
veggie-
the garden people."
The
and,
garden people.
And so it's a blessing, to be able to grow our food, and as the chickens are eating the worms,
Yeah.
they're eating nature. They're not eating McDonald's.
Yeah, right.
They're actually, everything's the otter. Everything
Yeah.
is eating something natural. And so, I just like to share that in the circle of giving thanks to everything that lives out in the garden, because we live in our houses.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and just being aware of what everything needs.
Mm-hmm.
What is the otter eat? What do they need? What can we
Crawdads.
offer?
I can
Crawdads?
tell you.
Crawdads?
Yeah.
Find them on my dock.
Wow. And that's that's a part of the offering too, is also providing for them as we're providing to take food into our homes and
Yeah.
and feed the people that we love. They're doing the same thing.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So.
When you, like, right now, St. John's wort is blooming.
Early.
Yeah.
Really early.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Can you have the same effect if you dry them?
Yeah.
Rather than using
There's
fresh?
there's tea. Yeah, like people will make tea. There's different ways to use St. John's wort. I really love the oil though. It's just how I
You're
use.
talking about putting the flowers on your chest. And
Yeah.
I was like, that would be the fresh flowers.
I had a friend who she had breast cancer, and she would take every season of the year when there was plants blooming that would, okay, so let's see, like St. John's wort, she would pull a whole bunch of the plant and she'd wear it in her bra, and she'd wear the plants for all day, and then she'd put them in her compost, and then she'd and she did that through the whole season. And it shrunk her tumors. I don't like to say do how you do it,
Yeah.
but yes, her tumors were shrunk so small that she was able to have the surgery. So, just little things.
So small she wouldn't need it.
Well, yeah, and I wonder what would have happened if she kept going. It was just cool. It was an idea she had that came to her
Yeah.
like intuitively.
Yeah.
And I thought it was so cool, and I'd be like, "What's in there today? What you doing today?" Yeah. And she just followed the seasons and said, "This plant is blooming now, and it is good for that, so I use it."
Yeah. And you're open. The part of it is being open to
Uh-huh.
the healing to come
I trust you.
into your body.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I trust this plant.
Yeah.
Yep. I love that. Yeah. Yeah. But I was telling Rose when we first got here, I do this thing with because of chickens. It's not like I really have a ton of joy throwing those hornworms into the chicken coop, but it is kind of cool because my chickens are really happy about it. They make this sound they never make with any other thing I throw into the coop. So, they like squeal almost. Yeah. They're so happy. And so I will start my meat birds. Sorry for anyone who doesn't eat meat. I did it for a lot of years, but I do raise meat for my family, and we raise our meat birds in conjunction with my summer garden. So anytime I'm pulling weeds or anytime I'm trimming up plants that they can eat, they're getting that. They're getting the worms, the mean worms, not the earthworms, but the other guys. They're getting fruit that didn't grow the way I liked it, or buggy zucchini or something like that. And so we work together, and by the end of the season, they've been fed from my garden. They're clean. That is a companion situation. So you can work with your animals. You can work with, Stay hydrated, friends. Water, the one way you can stay alive. Good. Yeah. But yeah, does anybody have any questions or comments?
I did have, going to the thing about the hornworms.
Yeah.
I saw this one thing on Instagram, how she found the hornworms in her garden. It's by taking a black light at night, and they
Whoa.
Wow.
And she was
I want to
able
do that.
find, like a whole bunch, like
Did they glow?
they glowed with the black light. She could see them at
Oh,
night.
I want to do that
Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah.
Where's
her
my
garden.
extension
She got a
cord?
whole bunch, but then she went back over the garden with the black light at night, and it
Oh, how
showed
fun.
that up. So
I've never taken a black light into my
Yeah.
garden at night. I bet you squash blossoms look pretty cool.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll have to.
Time of night.
Oh boy,
What time of night?
It was
dark.
when it's dark.
Okay.
When it's dark, so
Wow.
that you can see the black light.
How fun.
That up. Yeah.
Oh, I'm totally. Wow. My whole schedule changed for
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I think if everybody just, opens their mind up to making your gardens being more part of nature instead of a monoculture situation, I think you're going to see a lot of benefit to yourself, to nature, to the plants, to the harvest,
Well, my garden's got it because it's got everything everywhere.
There you go. Cool.
Well, companion planting. I hear a lot about marigolds.
Mm.
Would marigold and calendula be the same or different, or can you compare?
Well, marigold and calendula are like the same. They're the same plant family, and they can pull the same. Like if you're using it for a skin remedy, marigold and calendula blossoms both can be used similar. Like they both can be used for the same things. They're really good for burns. So, but they're also both like this little thing here. Marigolds repel nematodes, aphids, whiteflies, and many pests. And then calendula attracts pollinators, supports soil health, and also deters pests.
So calendula's better.
I think they're both awesome.
Yeah.
I think they're both awesome. There's a marigold that I just got. It's called a teddy bear, and it's like a puff one. It's so cool. Yeah, I'm all excited about this flower. It's really good. I want to dry it and see what it looks like dried. But yeah.
So I have one question about the St. John's wort. One of the side effects is it causes sensitivity to light.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So does that include using it on the skin topically, or
It's crazy though.
is
Like,
it something that when you ingest it?
yeah, I think it might be ingesting it, but I use St. John's wort oil in my sunscreen. Like I make a sunscreen, and my skin likes it.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm already light sensitive, so I'm real hesitant to even try it.
Yeah.
That's why I was wondering if you had any information.
I like using the St. John's wort at night or, on my chest if I'm having sad or feeling sad. I don't know.
Well, you actually have said lemon juice. That would
Yeah.
make you burn quicker. Put lemon juice on your skin, you'll get burned.
Ouch.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm all, no.
That's what you mean about the St. John's wort.
No, the St. John's wort makes you more sensitive to light.
Like lemon juice,
Well-
same function. So don't try lemon juice either, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I'll check that
I
out.
drink lemon water every
It has
morning.
the same effect. You'll get burned.
Thank you.
I think a lot of
I only burn like once or twice a year, and I try not to, but it happens. I don't know. The 3 rules of companion planting. I love this. Plant in communities, not individuals. It's how we should live too. It's like, let's be plants, everybody. Match plants with similar water needs. And support pollinators and soil first, and your garden will thrive. Those are rules. Those are real rules, and they do make. Oh, and I love the idea of companion planting in heights too. We could talk about height. So
we were just talking about height.
yeah, we were just talking about height. I would protect Rose
Yeah.
in the garden. Yeah, I would be like
Give us a
this
little hat.
and make sure she's safe from the sun. And Rose would make sure that I had water and my soil was supported and held. So you think, see, it's like you can plant in. How do you even say that right? There's a thing. Plant layers. Nature stacks plants. Different heights, roots, and bloom times create balance and reduce competition. So in your tall layer, you could use mullein. In your shrub layer, you could use some yerba santa. Your mid layer, you could use mugwort and St. John's wort. And your ground layer, you could use monkey flower and native grasses. Some people are really scared of native grasses. I've had some of them I've had to use a rototiller, which I didn't want to use, after I pulled it down. But native grasses can be extremely beneficial to your soil if you do plan to work it back in. I work my grass back in now instead of pulling it by its roots. Because when I pull it by its roots, look what comes up. All the earthworms you've ever seen in your whole life. So why would I do that to them? I'll wait till it's cooler. They go deeper. And I till it a little. Just with the shovel, not like, Anyway. What else? Yeah, healthy ecosystems. They're built on relationships. The same is true for people and plants. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think that was important as you were sharing about throwing out seeds.
Mm-hmm.
To the responsibility of also knowing what you're putting out there.
Yes.
Supports. I know, we have a lot of basket materials. We have a lot of willow, and Caltrans will just cut it and chop it if it's on side of the road. And especially with fire season, they'll start cutting things. And so, the seeds, as we were talking about the fire, things will regrow, but it's going to take a while for that to happen.
I know.
And,
I wish they'd let us know.
Some places do.
Yeah.
Some places closer to some of the tribes will let us know. But a lot of times when I see the little trucks out there, I'm like, hey, hey, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
The little, what are they? They have a white truck. They're over in Lower Lake right now. Some kind of workforce development.
Like Davy Tree-ish stuff,
there are people that are, because they'll just clear
taking work crews through and clearing.
Yeah, and
they take that machine on Bottle Rock.
Yeah, and
them hire people, and they can take up to 10 feet off the road.
Yeah, and we let them know to not touch certain plants also when we see them, but it's not all hands. Everyone is aware, and most people are open.
Get sad when you see them cutting all these plants.
I always do,
especially when you're watching them grow.
What you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah.
One of the things I heard, and I don't know if this is true, was that when they are seeding those areas where they go through and they clear an area and recreate the side of the hill, and then they seed it, sometimes they're doing it with goat heads.
Yeah, most of the time. Most of the time, in my experience.
Did you guys see when you're going towards Kit's Corner from here? The double lane, and they did that huge hillside. Guess what they seeded it in? White yarrow. It's so. I know, but then you go, well, we don't collect off the side of the road. Yeah. But I really want to go up there and get all that. It's so pretty.
Side of the road, and you grow that in your own garden. Can you use it?
Sure. But, most of the time you want to stay off where the gas fumes are going, But things happen. I had to pull over. My kid got a huge burn on his arm. And he was complaining about it. And he was like, Mom, it hurts really bad. And I had to pull over and I pulled plantain off the side of the road. I even chewed it up. I washed it with my water bottle, but I chewed it up. A spit poultice for your babies. It happens. You got to do it. You got to do it. Yeah. But it did work. Yeah. And it was off the side of the road. So yeah.
Half digested. That's perfect.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Well,
it's all broken down.
So I've been taking this class. This is my third year. At the beginning of the first year, we were given white sage.
Oh.
And so right now it's going crazy. It's starting to flower and send out these huge stalks.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's beautiful, huh?
Yeah. And
I love it.
The hummingbirds. There's a few birds that come and visit that stage.
My hummingbirds kind of go crazy.
Yeah, I'm afraid to cut it. I kind of tie up the big branches. And so what's going to happen here? I'm going to get seeds in a few weeks or a month? Or
it'll seed and drop it right under. And my little brother has one of the most beautiful white sage plants I've ever seen in his yard. He's like always like, oh, I don't really like the smell of it. And I'm like, you're crazy. So when I go to his house, I take all the babies from underneath the plant and I bring them home and I plant them. And it likes to be pruned though. But there's one over there. It's going crazy. So if you take it, if you don't want it to seed, You cut it down to it's like second or third leaf joint. Thank you. I couldn't think of it. Yeah, you cut it down to right there, and then you can, save the plant still. I like to cut the flower top if I don't want it to seed, and I'll put it in a jar and cover it in olive oil. I love sage oil. It is really nice on your skin, and it's really good for rashes and stuff. So.
Will I see the seeds?
Yeah, they're little black ones.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, and then, obviously, I don't know about using the seed and flower for smudge, if you're like home smudge. Probably not, huh?
No.
It's just the nice leaf trumpet things.
Yeah, and I say if you have a lot, start harvesting it and giving it away.
Yeah, give it. Mm-hmm.
It's also a good,
Yep.
If somebody, as we're talking about it, somebody that needs it.
Yep.
It doesn't like being watered, right?
Mine does.
It's okay. Oh.
Do you folks both have sage growing at home?
In the community, we have some at the community center.
Do you have enough?
Yes.
I love the local, the Sonoma creeping sage, the one with the little purple flowers. It's so nice. It grew all over where I grew up when I was a little kid, and I like to just go like this with my hands and just smell my hand. Like it was at my bus stop, and I used to like play with it. So something got me.
Very calming properties, all of those though.
Yeah, nice plants.
Well, it may be the oiliest plant out here. Because calendula, you touch it, you get a bit of oil, but
the oiliest plant.
Like sage. I mean, it really sticks to your hand.
So, white sage though is the traditional. What is it? I forgot the science name for it all of a sudden. It was very guarded in the South. They didn't let that particular plant, the seed, come up. They would make borders, like they wouldn't let it come up this way. So there are traditional sages here that are native to this area. But I've noticed that the white sage is kind of taking off. Like I've seen it in the wild now where I never saw it before. And I think that's pretty cool. But the Sonoma creeping sage is the most prevalent sage that grows around here. And then what's that other one? There's like a brush sage. It's like buckbrush sage or something. Yeah. So, and that one too. I'm trying to think. I love planting that in my garden, but the most resinous plant I work with is the Yerba Santa. When I pick the leaves under, I bet you I have some. Yeah, see? I have stains from picking leaves. Certain plants will leave black on my fingertips. And the Yerba Santa, the white sage, and what was the other one I did yesterday? Or clary sage. That's not native, is it? I don't think so. No.
So the white sage is a native plant.
It's a native plant, but not to this.
Not to this area.
Yeah.
It's more like.
Well, I've heard that it's also becoming extinct.
Yeah, because people are being.
So
I'm gonna start yelling.
Being
stupid.
Yeah.
For us to all make sure we share white sage plants with everybody.
Yeah,
Put
because
them everywhere.
Yeah.
So that there's so much, there's no market for
people
it.
are buying it on Amazon.
Well,
Like
that's
you're not
because people
supposed
go
to.
out
They
and pick all of it.
all the truckloads. I saw a video the other day that made me cry. I was so mad. Just how people, they've caught people harvesting native plants and all over the United States. It's a whole big movement right now to it's almost like getting the poachers. We should do it. But I'm telling you, it's very important to be respectful when you harvest out in the, if you need a plant in your garden, I like that. She said I was going out to go dig one up, okay? Normally, I'd rather see you go grab the seeds. Leave the plant, ask for seed, and plant the seed. It will grow, I promise you. But I did have to start a Yerba Santa from root because I could not get the seed to start. It just wouldn't for me. And so I just took a little root. Now it's all happy. It wanted me to do it that way because my soil is kind of rough up on Cobb. I dry it. Yep. I burn it and let it smoke on me. Like that.
Smudge with it?
I use it when I have a respiratory illness, and yeah, I roll up bundles, and then I'll burn it right here and let it hit my chest and breathe it, and it really does help. I have a little asthma, so it's kind of my friend. What else do you do with the yerba Santa?
Did the angelica
Tinct.
plant take, I saw when you found the one up on top, and now I see all the plants are...
You see it everywhere. She caught me on the side of the road, excited, and I had like cutoffs on, and I'm like running through the woods. It's here. We've been Angelica root is a very, very special plant. It's sacred. It's got a lot of medicinal properties, and when you see it take off somewhere, it's exciting. I get excited about it.
I'm going to buy one from Karen.
Yeah. So I did not text her and ask her if it was okay if I give out her phone number, but we do have a lady here in Lake County that propagates native plants so well.
She's like overstocked right now. She's really trying. There's a half a dozen, but she needs...
Oh. Well, come on. We should text her.
Call her and ask if she can give her all her number.
Yeah.
Live stream and see if we can.
Yeah.
She's on Facebook, Karen Sullivan.
She is on Facebook, Karen Sullivan.
Oh yeah.
You can go out to her. Well, she goes and sets up and sells her plants. Her plants aren't just like
Like at farmer's market? Or where?
she did it at the Grange. She was out at the Grange. I know she's going to be doing some more stuff. I'll be maybe, is there like a follow-up that I could on this video? Like,
You can just post it in the comments. Yeah.
oh, cool. Okay. So everybody, after this, I will talk to her and we will give out information on how, because not only are her plants, she is very serious about them being the actual like real plant. It's not any like weird, genetically modified anything. It's actually the plant. She has so many beautiful native plants. She does have Angelica root, and she, but that one's particular because it likes to be where it wants to be.
Yeah.
It's not, but if you did want to plant some in your garden so that you weren't pulling from, out in nature.
Would it be a rock garden?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Would
that's
be a
what's
rocky root.
yeah, and that's what's weird. You want to hear the weirdest thing? It's growing in a place on our road that is not where I've ever seen it grow. I even had to double check to make sure it wasn't hemlock because I was like worried because they mimic each other. It's in a really leafy wet,
Oh.
unusual.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. It was really weird. But it's the woolly Angelica. It's very, yeah. But she has some really
And it
great
smells
plants.
Like celery.
It
when
is
you're
it.
digging- Okay.
Yeah. I haven't dug it.
Oh, okay.
I won't dig it
Well,
yet.
you could
I
just
go
open
with
the
friends
leaves
to
and
dig it.
smell,
Yeah.
And you could smell if it has the celery smell.
Yeah. So I only have had it gifted to me, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. When I gather it, it's there's the poison, the little guardian oak next to it, and then my hands will get poison oak from the
Wow.
root underneath it.
Because they're all together.
You're saying, "Excuse me, sorry."
Yeah.
Going
Oh my
through,
gosh, and you
and
get
it's like a it's fuzzy.
Oh, how cool.
I know.
I just want to look at it.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
fuzzy.
So I bought a plant this year to put in my garden. We're going to see what happens. Just for, for me more, I do plant things because I like to observe. I don't even necessarily need to pick everything. I just want to see what it does. I want to see how it grows. I want to see what it says to me when I go sit by it, She has, what else? Oh, the monkey flower. She has, and I also have a friend up in Leggett. She also has a native plant nursery. If you're ever going that way, that is extremely cool. She's right off the 101. Yeah, if you're ever going north, I'll put her information in there too. She's been growing native plants since she was a teenager. She's cool.
It's a lot cooler up there too.
Different plants.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. What did I get from her? Oh, like the dogwoods. She has she has all kinds of stuff. But Karen's got a lot that do really good here. So if you want to start putting native plants into your garden to grow together, these are great ways to start doing it, So, but yeah, so we're gonna make some tomato stuff.
Yes, we're gonna take a little break.
Yeah,
right?
let's take a break.
And then get everything together to start making our tomato leaf tea.
Tomato leaf tea. We're gonna do that. But we do need a break. Potty breaks, all the things. I want to do that to my overalls when I get home. I was just looking at them. I got holes in all my knees. Yeah.
I think you can. Actually, I don't know if you can.
Oh, because it's alive.
Yeah. You could turn it if you want, just on the garden.
I could sing weird elevator music.
Yeah, just put it on the garden there, watching the
and then
flow. I'm gonna turn. Do I just turn this off? That is so beautiful.
I don't know. That's why I was going off on my phone to see how I could hear you. Oh, but I can't hear you. Yeah.
Does it smell like pineapple?
Yes, it does. It's supposed to. Sure does. That's how I knew that I was on the wrong track, because I was transplanting into my car.
Oh, I like that one. Okay.
can't find any snippers. Maybe they're under there. Snipper?
What are we doing?
You can cut vegetables or herbs or whatever.
Got it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost done, I think, yeah.
Okay.
Is that it? I think I just got it.
Yeah, you got everything on there?
Yeah.
Everything's okay. Submit, and it'll say values in one or more fields are in. Over here, which is only applies to your household. Check all will apply. So
Just other?
you can do other. There we go.
So we can go quick, right?
Your submission was successful. There we go. Yay. Okay, you got it.
Wait, we got
Yes. Okay, so now this is ready for the next person. If you've signed up, because these are connected with the Wi-Fi here, so this is nicer.
Whatever we do.
If
the registration? You did that. This is not the class survey. This
No,
is
I did not.
Okay, so you need to fill this one in, and then you're gonna weigh. Write your name, pounds. Yeah. Is that it? Got like a half a pound. Oh, where'd our pen go? Let me go get a pen. I can write it in for you. You can do this, and I'll write it in for you. Oh, but oh, there you go. There you go.
Thank you.
Take these into the table. I lost over at my restaurant in 2009 to cancer. And she didn't talk about any. She was having everything. And she did treatment. And by the time I this is before it was okay to go. And everybody was afraid and scared. And I didn't know because I loved her and I wanted her to know it's yeah. We had a lady come from South America. She walked, she took us out to the road. Oh, I don't know. I was going to say with her. I don't know what just so you know. I'm all, yeah, planner. Where did the iPad go? Okay. We were just talking. I don't know if it picked it up. Okay, we don't have the mic on. You don't have the mic on. Nope. If you turn it off, you're fine. Okay, but I mean, it may. Plant medicine. Yeah, it was different. So what I called it, what I've learned that
So you been over there?
is that it's
Son?
yeah. What?
They're doing all kinds of stuff over here.
Someone told me they put them in little bags. Yes, I put them under the roof of my mouth when I go hiking, and I don't get and I don't get like headaches. When I have a headache,
Okay, I think we're on. I was trying to hear.
Testing.
Does it say it have the Bluetooth?
It has a light, a blue one.
Yeah, blue one.
I have a handful of green beans on the side.
Yeah.
The internet is not good for me out here, so.
Well, someone will share if they can't hear us on there, right?
Right.
If anybody's on there, is anyone on to say?
Can anyone
you can
say
hear us?
10-4? We hear you.
Oh. Yeah, 10-4. So, let's see.
Kind of secretly like this song.
I don't see any comments.
I do too.
Right? It's kind of dry.
That's a good song.
It is. It like is attracting my notes.
Okay. Wish I could. No, it's not saying anything here, but I was trying to listen. Does anybody have Facebook? They can check it.
I'm on a Facebook diet.
Right,
call
that's
it a
good.
face break.
Good diet to be on.
My face is
Face break.
My face is renewed.
Or we call it Spacebook. Try not to. Spacebook. But there's a lot of ways people connect on there, and if everyone used it right, we'd be okay. What is that under?
LCTHC Interactive.
Instagram's under that too. Would it be on Instagram or no? Instagram doesn't go live though.
It's not Fightful.
It does.
Oh, look, there's me looking at my phone.
Can you hear you?
There we go. See, mine isn't wanting to go.
It's working. You don't need me to check.
Can you hear me?
Sorry if I took the sheet. I thought we were done.
Oh, I hear you.
This is us.
That's earlier though. Oh no, that's us right now.
Oh my gosh.
You can hear us.
Yeah, we
We
can
can
hear
hear us.
Okay.
All right.
It's not
Just
working.
a little delay.
Okay.
We can hear us. It is a
Yeah,
little delayed.
delayed.
It's not really live.
Okay.
Yeah, it's partially live.
That's okay. We're live. As long as we're
Yeah.
live. We're
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
live.
There we go. Now.
All right. So there are a lot of different teas you can make to spray onto your plants to help with the bugs. The tomato leaf tea is it's on trend right now. It's all online. Everybody's freaking out about it, which is good. But it's a natural pesticide. So tomato leaves contain natural compounds called alkaloids that help defend the plant from insects and disease. When made into a tea and used as a spray, it can help repel pests and protect your garden naturally. Like for people using Roundup. Yeah.
My face.
Yeah, did you make the sad face? Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, sea salt, what is it? Sea salt, vinegar, and a little bit of like natural dish soap. Mix that together. No problems. Like it works just as good. And no bees die. Or people.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a whole nother class that we would be happy to teach. So, deters feeding. So the strong smell and taste deter insects from chewing on the leaves and damaging the plants. It works really well on tomatoes, peppers, cabbage family. So, your brassicas, beans, roses, and many vegetables and ornamentals. Please note, tomato leaf is a repellent, not a cure. It works best when used regularly. So once a week, go out there and give your plants a little spray. So you guys, we would love you to make some for your garden. We've got jars, we've got tomato leaves and clippers, so you could clip the plants into your jars. And then it says here to boil it. So that I think you could use like right away, but sun tea works just as good. So I'd leave it out for like in the sun for a couple days and then use it. Probably keep it in the fridge, right?
Once you're done?
Yeah. I feel like whenever I throw tomato leaves into anything, it makes the good muck on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty alive. But you're going to cool it or strain it out, and then you're going to pour it in a spray bottle, and you can spray in the early morning or the evening. Don't spray it in the sun. And you can reapply every 5 to 7 days or after it rains. And store it in a refrigerator for up to a week. So you can keep making this as you clean up your tomato plants through the season.
So when you prune tomatoes,
stuff it in your tomato jar. Yep, you're gonna stuff it. But
I actually have some back there if you want to bottle some.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's like a big.
You guys made some, huh?
Uh-huh.
I love that. So Legacy Garden is loved by tomato tea. So everybody go ahead and for extra sticking power, you can add 1 teaspoon of mild liquid soap like Castile. I highly recommend to get Dr. Bronner's peppermint.
Oh, yeah.
Use the peppermint with this, and I promise you no bugs are coming. Okay? And there it is.
Right. Yeah.
So
come and get your jar
Yeah.
and start putting tomatoes in it.
Let's get to work in before it gets hot.
Right.
And how would we cut? What is your recommended? How much? I want to do a little demonstration
Okay.
of tomato leaf. In our
I
jar.
would take, it's okay to take, oh, that's okay. Here's one. It's okay to use all of the parts. The stems actually have more,
Oh, wow.
I like the stems too. Yeah. Okay. Get those leaves in there.
Little pieces.
You can use your fingers too. Yeah, but these big stems don't break so easy. But just, because the more surface area you cover, the stronger the medicine.
There we go.
The smaller you chop it.
The stems are juicy.
Yeah, see how good they are? Wow, those are healthy.
Baby's got
I like this smell. Wow. Why do I need tomato in my life?
So you fill up the jar all the way to the top?
I think we can do this.
Yeah, I just go to the top with it.
Okay.
Or, how about halfway? I would say halfway. I don't think any more than halfway would be of a...
no. I have a place up in the mountains.
I can do the rest of this with my fingers.
Okay. All right, we gotta do it.
And it's okay if you bruise them. You just did that. Bruise them up a little. Yeah.
And they want to be broken up but not shoved in the thing.
What kind of tomato plants are these?
I brought cherry and Romas.
Okay, so these are cherry and
And ours are a mixture of a bunch, probably cherries and Cherokee purple
Cherokee purples are so good. I love those.
there's a lot.
Yeah.
Roma, Brandywine.
Wait a minute. That doesn't break.
They are. Okay.
It's good to see you.
Do I need any more?
Yeah, we'll share.
I could sing a song.
There we go.
Yeah.
Would it be a tomato sauce?
Yeah, I know. Wait, what tomato song? I do know a tomato song. So I taught at Cobb Elementary School Garden for a long, long time. And I have all the funny songs there. We even made some up. I love that.
So how long have they been doing this?
The tomato leaf?
I've never heard of this.
Oh, I've used teas in my garden. I think teas being used in the garden was, local permaculture. Didn't they make that? Didn't they make the tea with the fish? Did they do that? The juice.
The juice or the tea? I know there's a tea. Give the fish.
Yeah. No. Oh, I know. Yeah. No, the tea for the tea, like you let the fish get in the water, like rot in the water, kind of, and they would feed it to the garden.
Oh.
Yeah, a guy told me that a long time ago.
I know we use every part when we
Yes.
use the fish, so we put parts of it back
Yeah.
into
That tends to attract bears.
No.
Flippers, yeah.
See, that's good stuff right there.
I mean,
Yeah.
today, like thousands of years ago, but today we could, yeah.
We see
Because
those.
they're everywhere, right?
Well,
They're coming out.
we have a neighbor who thought baby bears were cute to feed.
Oh,
Baby bears grow up.
yeah.
We bears.
Yeah. I've used different teas in my garden, though. I've made compost teas. So I'll take, I have a huge vat out in my yard, and we put like compost material in it and let it soak in the water and ferment. There are lots of recipes for that.
So any cow manure over?
Yeah, if you want to soak,
Walk across the street.
yeah, cow manure. I'm talking like plant material.
Yeah, I remember our dog one of the dogs on ours got bit by a rattlesnake, and my grandma made a tea for the dog. Yeah. And it did not die.
Oh, wow.
And so like anything you could put, I don't know her recipe. She didn't share that, but it was just like you shared like so many times. But anything can be boiled and put into a tea, and just depending on what it is and the properties for it. I know, as we were talking about the, we call it Laurel Bay.
Yeah, the bee. What do you call it?
We call, it's Baham, which we call pepperwood.
Pepperwood.
We call
Yeah.
it pepperwood.
We've said pepperwood too, but I saw like, Laurel Bay is like an all that. Yeah. But man, those berries, we roasted them.
Yeah.
They're like chocolate goodness. I love those.
There's also hot water here that you can put in your jars. Hose hot water.
It would help. Yeah. And I would sun tea it. I think the sun would even add more. Yeah. That alchemy.
Yeah. I always find when I put things in my car.
Yeah, everything
just
boils in the car.
Everything.
You have to be careful though. These bottles right here. My friend's car started on fire, or had a fire in it because it
Oh, gee.
yeah, the glass in the car with the water in it. Wow. I know. It was shining tall people problems.
So I got a question.
Thank you. Thanks, Robert.
Do either of you dehydrate food in your car?
Just plant medicine. I wouldn't eat it. My
Dashboard hydration.
I have a lot of dust in my car. I live on calls.
I put beer flats in the back window of my car.
Oh.
And I use it for food. I use it for
I love it. It's a dehydrator.
I'll have a shirt in there sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, we hang them out the window. We roll the window up with the shirt hanging out and drive down the road.
There's hot water down there if you want.
So Angie, you gave me a pumpkin, a sugar pie, or
Oh yeah,
There we go.
Yeah.
You have
there's two in the pot, so I
Yeah,
separated
There it
them.
is.
And I put
beautiful.
I put them next to
Just float it to the
compost
top
Nice.
and all the
Now,
little,
this is
the
good
south side, one
for-
on the north side. Which side do
little
you
water
think
bubbles
is
on
doing better?
it.
I almost would. Well, my pumpkins do a little better on the north side.
On the north side.
On the north side. Yeah, because
Yes.
they don't get so hot.
There you go. Good. That
yours
was
doing
a
well?
trivia question. Very
Oh,
good.
are
You
you
got it
doing
right.
well?
You're doing better
On the north side.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, sugar pie pumpkins are my favorite. I just cut one in half and roast it and put cinnamon and honey on it and just eat it for dinner.
That's your whole dinner.
I have a bear diet.
Oh my God.
I know. I load up in
I'm
the
like
winter.
I know.
I'm all in the winter, and then now I'm like feeling it all.
Yeah, oh my gosh. I don't eat very much in the summer, but in the winter I am squashing it.
Yeah.
I am squashing bean in it.
So do they get this? They get pretty big or just small?
No, their sugar pie pumpkins are generally really small.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Once
they're-
it turns color.
Yeah, once it's its color, it's ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Okay, everybody hold up your tomato jars.
Yay!
Yay!
Ready for your water, baby?
Yeah. There we go.
It's already turning green.
Nice. Where's your tomato jar? Okay.
You're heating up the water for us.
Here we go.
Wait a minute.
Where's your tomato jars? Yeah. Yay. I'm just.
We love these classes.
Yay.
Yay.
Good. There we go. Yay.
What was that other plant? The Centogeraniums. The geranium leaves are potent too for that.
That'd be good.
Yeah, the Centogeraniums.
Nice. Okay. I think I'm probably
Are
gonna...
we okay? Well, thank you, everybody.
Yes.
Thank you, Rose. Thank you, people. Thank you, Garden.
I'll be on there.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here and and for teaching, and appreciate you guys so much. Yes.